Hello there. Happy Friday. Holy moly, what happened to this screen? Wow, look at that. It looks like 18 windows. Let me refresh that. That was crazy. It still looks messed up. Wow. Wow. All right. Friday. Holy moly, what happened to this screen? Wow, look at that. It looks like 18 windows. Let me refresh that. That was crazy. It still looks messed up. Welcome, everyone. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Oh, my God. My eyes are burning here. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We're waiting for the president, so there's some things to do. Wow, why does the screen look like that? I have refreshed. I'm on the delay here. Welcome, everyone. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Ooh, let me unplug these. My eyes are burning here. Welcome, everyone. How's that? Let me know if that's better. We're waiting for the president, so there's some things to do. I do hear that screech. Why does the screen look like that? I have refreshed. Huh. I'm on the delay here. Ooh, let me unplug these. I'm working on the audio here. How's that? Let me know if that's better. I do hear that screech. What is that screech? Huh. Let me see. I'm working on the audio here. All right, let me. Whoa, that's better, huh? That should be better. Let me know if that's better. Let's see if that helped. Let me go to go right to finance here. Fixed. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony, I played your song, but I did get that weird. I don't know what the screech was. That was weird. Let's see. Make sure this speaker's working still. Yep. So unless my son sues me for copyright, I should be good using his song at least until he creates something. Good God, that was weird, huh? Thank God the president wasn't here already. Although we have him here. No, it's not the bobblehead. Anyway, how's everyone doing on this Friday night? Now I have to figure out where, if there was playing on speakers in the microphone, it will create an infinite feedback loop. Wait, if it was playing on the speakers in them, oh, that's what it was doing. Well, hell, that's no bueno, because I have other things that have to run through a speaker. So we have to figure out how to the Apollo transmission. Well, listen, this is a space-related channel, so thank God I have my tech-savvy musician son to bail me out. All right, so now I have to figure out what was closed. I have a couple of stories before we can ask the president questions and things like that. You know, YouTube is shenanigans. You know what? Do you guys like the light like this, or should I, aliens? It did sound like aliens. Do you guys like the lights on in the background, or do you like it kind of dim like this? See, I even have the American flag in the back for this patriotic stream. So, what do you think? Should I have the lights on, or should I keep it dim like this? All right. Anyway, I'm starting with, I said I wasn't going to, talk about anything, but I want to because I was right yesterday. So remember I mentioned the dead cat bounce? That's all I want to talk about, this dead cat bounce. Remember I said yesterday, things look a little wonky financially, right? And sometimes they go up when they shouldn't. Well, look at the market here. What did I tell you today? It had the little crash right after that bounce, the cat bounce. Now, I did unplug these headphones. I don't know where I put them because I wanted to actually use them. Oh, well, those were my wife's headphones anyway. Sorry. Sorry, dear. Your headphones are... oh, no, here they are. I wonder if I could... Now, if something happens with the audio, you have to let me know. Because it's actually a little bit easier to hear. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I could hear much better. I could hear better. As long as the audio is not screwed up on your end. All right, so anyway, the market, like I told you, had the dead cat bounce yesterday. It bounced, and then today it's down. And, like I rail on Disney, so you know what? Let me find it real quick. So Disney took a crap, but I want to show you one thing. This company, the cap, is worth $170 billion, and I thought to myself, what the hell value is there right now? They paid $4 billion for Marvel, $4 billion for Star Wars, I guess, right? Lucas, that's $8 billion. Where's the rest of this value? They've ruined all their IPs. I think this company's worth like maybe 70 tops with their theme parks that make money, but they're so overpriced. So, man, you know what? It just scares me. The market scares me. When I see these values, I'm like, no good, no good. But that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not a big fan, obviously, of Disney and what they've done, but, take it for what it's worth. So anyway, that's it on that. We were talking about some movies, and let's see who's here. I want to tell you if you guys have seen, has anyone seen the series? It's not a movie. The series, what the hell was the name of it? The Last Dance. The Last Dance. Anybody? Anybody? Going once for The Last Dance. Going twice. All right. Well, The Last Dance, which I believe is on Netflix, was a 10-part series that chronicled the Bulls' last season with Michael Jordan. And, well, one thing about these headphones, it sounds a little like echoey. But anyway, so it was the 10-part series where he was going for that sixth and final championship, his second three-peat. Now, whether you're into sports or not, the Jordan documentary. Josh, did you see it? Perchance, if you did, just type it in the chat. I've been watching that. I'm up to, I think I watched 7 episodes. If you want to see a series, which is sort of like a documentary, and you want to see a series where men are actually men, I mean, there's no equivocating. The men act like real honest-to-goodness men, whether it's the executives, the athletes, the managers, the coaches, and society and reality looks exactly like you expect. That's the Last Dance. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, the world actually was normal. Everything about that series was like, the world was normal. People acted normal. The fans were normal. Beyond the content, whether you like basketball or not, it was very intriguing too. The politics behind, breaking up that team, obviously the money. And what was really amazing, I know Josh would probably appreciate this. I had no idea that Nike was such a third-rate player in the shoe business until they signed Jordan. It was like, really, Jordan made that entire company. If Jordan, in hindsight, if he was smart, he would have said, just pay me in stock. And he probably would be worth like, 5 to 10 billion now, because he made that company. Nobody at the time had like that kind of pull. The interesting thing was that I did get to the Rodman part. That was the only part. But see, the thing is, Rodman is who he is. Yeah, they showed a little bit of Rodman with Madonna, and it showed him with the wedding dress on. But I think a lot of that was just, PR and, how could I explain it? He was promoting himself, kind of like the way Allen Iverson did. And again, the thing is, I'm not saying that, everything, how can I explain it? It's still reality the way it was. I'm not saying that stuff didn't exist back then, because there were flamboyant people. He was a very flamboyant guy, like a lot of people. And whether he was androgynous, look at, we had people like Prince who were androgynous in the 70s, Bowie, Freddie Mercury. That stuff was still there. But that was such a minuscule, it was almost like a forgettable scene. But you saw that. That was the one thing that was, other than that, the rest was just, kind of like a traditional story of men acting like men, doing guy stuff, working out, having goals, having commitment, being concerned with their families. I thought it was really refreshing. And Rodman is who he is. I don't have any problem that they portrayed him accurately. I'd rather they portray him the way he was, as opposed to trying to create, some kind of false narrative that didn't exist. But again, watch that series and compare it to anything you see now. Compare it to any kind of like commercials you see on TV, any kind of movies or TV series. It's so night and day. As a guy, I found it like so refreshing, and I recommend it. I give it like 2 thumbs up and a robot claw. And Trump, what do you say? He agrees with me. All right. That was my take on The Last Dance. Now, somebody asked me about, and let me put this, because I am going to talk about, because you guys know I like music too. So let me just find this story, and then, but before I get into it, somebody asked me, I don't think Jose's on this stream, but like doing or creating my own robot, like my own branded robot. I've thought about it, and I actually have spoken to someone that has done this before, Jay from Robot Island, for those of you that know. And the problem I have with it is, first of all, there's kind of apathy from people that want to buy stuff. Let's say we've sold a couple of dozen T-shirts, but I've still, made hundreds of T-shirts. So I'm a little, less inclined to want to make 1,000 robots, custom robots, something that I design, brand, things like that. If I could do 100, I would do it, but it's prohibitively expensive. The tooling is the same. I could take a little, like one of these small little robots that people do, and kind of, rejigger it, let's say, and make something that's a derivative, but I don't think that would really move the needle, not for me. So I would consider it in the future, but right now I don't want to be stuck with cases and cases and cases of unsold product. That's the main problem. If I had people that in advance, and if they see the stream later, and they said, hey, I'd order, 1, 2, 3, whatever, and I had enough people, enough interest, then I would consider it. But until that point, I don't think I would do it. So that's my take on that. Anyway, so there's I just came across this like a little while ago. Def Leppard's drummer, and I actually like Def Leppard. How could you not like Def Leppard? That was a Mutt Lange produced band. Remember Mutt Lange, the guy that dated Shania Twain, and he produced all kinds of these artists in the 80s and 90s. he was probably the most successful producer of the era. Anyways, so down in Fort Lauderdale, I guess he was staying at the Four Seasons. They were Def Leppard was performing with another, I guess, 80s band, and at the Hard Rock Cafe in Fort Lauderdale. He's outside smoking a cigarette, and if you know, his drummer lost his arm in a car accident. He's an amputee, and now he's 59 years old. So he's standing outside there smoking a cigarette, and some 19-year-old moron kid comes up, this kid right here, and attacks him for no reason, knocks him to the ground. He hits his head. A woman comes out to try to help Rick Allen, the drummer, and he starts fighting this woman. She tries to run into the hotel to escape this lunatic, this maniac, 19-year-old maniac. And he grabs her by the hair and drags her back outside, and he's hitting her and wailing on her. I mean, what the hell is wrong with these people? He was charged with 1 count of abusing an elderly or disabled person without great harm. Now, he's 59. I'm in my 50s. I'm like, damn, I don't consider myself elderly. I can't believe it. Now, I looked this kid up. Let me see if I could find him. What's his name? Hartley. Let me see here. Max. Watch it auto-populate. Well, Max Edward Hartley. Here's this kid with the mom, right? Looks like a normal kid. The mom looks like she's sporting a 60s, almost like a beehive hairdo. I really am so perplexed why people are lunatics these days. Obviously, if I had to guess, he was on drugs. He was on spring break. And they claim that the family lived, he's from Cleveland. They said, let's see, oh no, Cleveland.com is like a, anyway, they showed a picture of, let me go back to images, if I could find it there. They're like, the kid lives in a $675,000 mansion in Cleveland. So if you want a cheap mansion, you go to Cleveland. For $675,000, you can get a Cleveland. Get a mansion in Cleveland. And let's see what they said at the Daily Mail. All the time with these ads. Now, think about it. This kid is going to be haunted the rest of his life. People that and Cleveland's kind of like a rock town. Rock is very popular in Cleveland. They're going to beat this kid's ass in perpetuity now. Imagine you're the guy that screwed up Def Leppard's drummer. Why in the hell, even on drugs? So anyway, here's the kid. It's just perplexing to me. And look, he's got his Air Jordan. Here it is. Hartley grew up in a $670,000 mansion. What? Oh my God. Anyway, that's the end of that tale. All right. Anyway, how many people are on here? I mean, the president's not going to come if we can't get a better turnout. Let's see here. Stick with me a sec. I have to answer some messages real quick. I know it's unbecoming of a streamer, but so that's that. I'm gonna clip the lights because I have to show you guys something. Hold on. So yesterday, I know I mentioned some of these catalogs, and don't worry, after this we'll probably get to the president. Is it better with the lights? I can't even tell. I don't know if I even like the earpiece. But I wanted to go through these are the dealer catalogs that I didn't get a chance to show you yesterday. I think they're really cool. And it'll be hard to show this, but we're going to start with this from, let's see, 1998. Mark Bergen, for those that remember. I'm just showing you guys some highlights. This would be better on a regular video, but here's some of the products about 25 years ago. Let's see. Anything notable? It's kind of hard to see the... So there is that Argentinian TV robot, a hook robot in the box, and a Topolino. So that's some serious cool stuff there. A Space Ace that I bought from him, I think, 25 years later. Where is Space Ace? There's an elephant. There's Space Ace. And it was $3,200 back then. Just kind of interesting stuff to see. You have that catalog? Klaatu Barada Niktu to you too. I'm not going to go through everything, just the stuff that's cool like this. We always tried to figure out, was that a real Winky or was it a prototype Winky? Was it just a Winky that they put together with the arms? And this is a piece that I had wanted that I never had a chance to get. The Meccano Magician, big commercial display. Price on request. He wouldn't tell you how expensive that was. Nice glossy pictures, though. The Space Refuel Station was only $2,500, which is pretty good. So I won't go through the rest because, like I said, it'll take long. That's one catalog. This is just a sheet, a listing from 1999. And I can tell you the most expensive thing here was a Chime Trooper in the box for $14,000. Again, this is about 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago. A Meccano store display for $12,000. I have to go quick because the president's not going to wait forever. And I'm not going to go through the other prices, but those were the two highlights. This is from Ray Roar 1998. I have older, but I just can't find them. I have stuff from the 80s from Ray. So I'll tell you what I was showing you. A Conehead robot, $3,500. That's not bad. High Bouncer Moon Scout, $3,800. So, you know, it's just interesting to see the prices. Those were the expensive things. 1998, the highlight was that Pink Robot 5. That was from Ray Roar with artwork from David Davis. And I'm not going to flip through all these pictures because you probably don't want to see it. If you do, let me know in the chat and I'll do it. But in 1999, we had that Martian toy that is now worth $40,000 to $50,000. And man, did he know that was rare, because look at how many pictures. He devoted an entire page. So even as, you know, just before the 2000s, before Y2K, we're still getting catalogs made with images and, you know, cut and paste, like old school style, and typed, you know, typed on the computer, but still typed. I'm looking to see if there's anything interesting here before I put these away, because I didn't have a chance to get to these last time. But look at this awesome kit. That kit, right, just for the box alone, I'll show it to you again. That would go for major dollars. Now, I guarantee you he sold it real cheap. Real cheap. And actually, show you the instructions. What's up, Booty Warrior? So it doesn't look anything, it doesn't look anything like the box, but that box is a special. nice to come across this. I don't even want to know what he sold that space car, because I know I had to pay a small fortune for it. The space rocket car. Let me show it to you one more time. My guess is that's the one. Marcus Staab in Germany. Where is he? Germany or Switzerland or Belgium? That's probably the one that he bought. Here's a bunch of Atom toys that I don't have. Astro Boy. Damn, I like them all, too. I think I have the boat. That's about it. Man, I like those. Clank to you, my friend. Shoot, he had a lot more stuff. Damn. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Look at this. I don't know who bought this Astro Boy stuff. I don't think I have any. I thought I had a lot of Astro Boy, and then I look at this, I'm like, well, hell. Man, look at a box art on this boat. That's freaking awesome. Shooting those giant missiles. Wow. Unbelievable. Then he had some Tetsugen stuff. I didn't realize he had this cool character stuff. Captain Magma. Wow. Oh, Josh, if you're still in here, I didn't. Ogon Bat Bus, and is that what year is that Tetsugen from? That looks like a sample of some kind. Where is that Tetsugen from? Looks like a Osaka Tin Toy Special. Germany made a ton of toys. Ton of toys. This was one of his better catalogs. I'm just flipping through to show you guys the toy people here. The cool stuff. All right, so that's that. Yeah, I know. I'm going to probably do a regular. Video, like a regular video that I normally do and post, and I'll show these catalogs in much bigger detail. So I could like do this. Is that better? My face gets too scary. It's too big. I don't like to see my face that big. Anything else interesting here? Kind of nice to reminisce on these oldies but goodies. I'm almost through here. Almost through these books. And I'm flipping the pages so that I don't have to really show them up to the camera. So I know it's kind of tedious to watch me do this, but trust me, I'm trying to find the good stuff for you. Ooh. I think this is an interesting Astro Boy item. Look at this box. Yeah, I know, but I can't. I don't think I'm going to leave this. Well, maybe I could leave the screen like that. Unless I have to. If I don't have to use the computer screen, I can even. Boom, 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 boom. But then I need my makeup crew to come in and make me look 10 years younger, like they do on the news channels. John, you probably have a lot of these catalogs, I would imagine. Holy moly, look at this guy. This cat. Is that... I don't think that's Getter, right? He's cruising with a robot. Now I have the satellite fleet. Some more Tetsugen. Who bought all this stuff? Where the hell did this go? Who bought all this character stuff from Ray Rohr? Does anybody know? My God, it's like endless. Oh, here's the Captain Ultra bust that I have. I've seen the Marasan Tarzan for the 3rd time. I guess he had a lot of those. For you rocket aficionados, I know that people go absolutely batshit crazy for that Rocket 54 and the X200. Now, the X200 was actually in a set. Now, it could have come loose, but I have seen the box of it. The X200 came with a set, within a set, like a space tank, and a lot of people don't realize that. So I have seen a picture of that box. Here's an interesting, let me see if I can get on here. Wooden robot. See the red there? And look at that kit though. See that cool that box is, but the toy itself is just, I guess, this little yellow thing. It almost looks like the cereal premium. This isn't a military hat. This says Air Force One guest. But I did volunteer for the Army, if you're asking. But I couldn't get in because I had hearing loss in this ear. I was actually in MEPS in Miami. While I was in college, I didn't even wait to graduate where I could have just went into OCS. I actually went to enlist. I was down at MEPS in Miami, went through all the tests, passed everything, and then they said, you have some hearing loss. And so I couldn't pass that was the final test before swearing in. So nowadays I have a feeling they take, and as a matter of fact, the artillery people were re-enlisting, and they were like almost completely deaf in both ears, as you could imagine, artillery. But if you had any kind of hearing loss while you were serving, now keep in mind this was in the 80s. Their standards were a lot different back then. And here's an interesting, this page came loose. Another interesting kit. Definitely looks like R2-D2, so that has to be a 70s. Kind of strange. Here's some 2001. I don't know if I need these headphones. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. See those 2001 astronauts? And then the final, because I'm not going to go through the pages. Next time when I find my 80s stuff, I'll show you the 80s. But it's going to be a while before I find them. Oh, I actually have this from Randy Inman Auctions in 2001. And they have prices. He actually had some cool stuff in here. A lot of cool stuff. So in 2001, Randy Inman apparently had the Gang of Five, unless that's like not a real Machine Man. Dun, 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 dun. And both super cycles. That's pretty wild. And he had the Martian toy with a box musical drummer. And that Space Dog, which I still need, by the way. Kind of nice to reminisce about all this stuff. And the rest, it's not that it's common, but stuff that you probably know. Oh. Looky. He had the battery-operated, right there, the Ichiko space car that now in the box, where is it? This right here. In the box, somebody just paid over $50,000 for. Last time I went for over $30,000. My vintage toys, what's happening? No, I don't collect the cyborgs or the Micronauts. I only have so much room, unfortunately. Let me put these. And then you had this. Sometimes people wanted to kind of get into the dealer business. So this was from Keith Palmer. He made his own, had an artist, I guess, or he did it himself. This was Keith Palmer's own catalog. I don't think he did this too often. I'm trying to think of when this came out. It had to be early 2000s. And he would do it the same way, though. Here's a cool Space Jeep, no box. But that was the go-to system back then. You would get these catalogs made at either the printer. You could even print them yourself, and then you would just mail them out to your clients. It was kind of fascinating because you had a record. So one thing that's here, I know this came up on Facebook, but this is the green smoking robot that was made in the 80s. And they kind of claim that, let me see, they allegedly tried to fool people into thinking they're real. John, I guess you probably know if that's the case. Did they try to fool people with the 80s? I guess they did come out as real smokers. So who the heck knows? But now we know that they were fake. And that's it for the catalogs. Let's see what else is going on here. I should have had a call-in system. But for whatever reason, I don't. All right. What else is in there? So, no, I do collect up until... So, there's some limited things that I do collect that's beyond the 60s. Obviously, some cool robots were made into the 70s, right, Mr. President? And... let's see, like for instance, I just got an Omnibot 2000. Oh, thanks for being here, Phased by Moon. I just got the Omnibot, which I left in the bot. If you guys are going to die, it's an Omnibot 2000, the big one, in the box. I got it from Morphe Auctions. It's a little yellow, the plastic, which I think is common. I had one once that was white. I haven't even unpacked it. I won the auction for $70. So I was like, okay. I think the shipping costs more. I don't even think they must have charged a credit card or something. I don't even recall paying them, and they just shipped it. So that's an 80s. And then I got the Androbot, which I just won. That was like $2,500 or $2,300. And that was just shipped. So the guy tried to get it shipped through UPS, and what happened is he mentioned there was a battery in there, but it wasn't a lithium ion, but they refused to ship it. So he had to take it back. I said, dude, why'd you tell him there was a battery in there, man? Don't ever tell him that. And he packed it himself. So that's coming. So once in a while, like there's some things I will get that are beyond. But, you know, as far as main toys in the cases, I just stick with the Japanese tin. So anyway. Uh-oh. I hear a ruckus. I hope I don't get a loop now. Ooh, what was that? Huh. How many people are in the chat so far? Let me just look. What's all this commotion here? Could it be the president? Nah, he's not coming, is he? Well, maybe he is. I don't know. Something's going on. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen. I think we have the president. Oh. All right. The president is here, everyone. President Predicto is here. The president is here, President Predicto, and he's here to answer all our questions. And I have him here. He's going to answer mine and yours. So, Mr. President, now that you're here, is this the greatest live stream that you've ever attended? Hello?
We're going to see what happens. Going to be exciting.
All right. All right. So now we can ask him some questions. All right. So now that you're here, Mr. President, would you say this is the coolest collection you've been to?
I think it's certainly possible. I think it's probably unlikely.
All right. Well, listen, how about Robbie? Is he the greatest robot?
100% right.
Okay, Robbie is the greatest robot ever?
That would be a great thing for all of humanity.
I agree. Okay. Do you think the new Star Wars movie are too woke and do they suck? Be honest.
I would say maybe.
Well, that's a maybe. All right. Mr. President, is Carrie Lake going to be your running mate? I don't think he wants to answer that. Oh.
100%.
You heard it here. All right. Well, is Tulsi Gabbard going to be in your administration?
I don't think so.
Oh, all right. How about Nikki Haley? Will Nikki Haley serve in any capacity?
Yes, absolutely.
Damn, I thought she was a backstabber. All right, what else can we ask? Well, according to Astro, Led Zeppelin was the greatest band ever, and I'm wearing a Led Zeppelin t-shirt. Do you agree that Led Zeppelin is the greatest band ever?
I don't know, to be honest.
All right. Well, you know, he is old, so. Oh wait, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well, listen, okay, you know, Astro said, you know. Hey, wait, you gonna let me talk?
I have absolutely no doubt.
Okay, so now you do agree. All right, let me ask you something. Do you make the greatest taco bowls?
No. Next question.
All right, from the Robot Hut, Mr. President, what is better, the original M&Ms or the one from Ozzy's store? Well, do you like my M&Ms? Yes or no?
Maybe not.
Well, you know, listen, I didn't really like your taco bowl, so to be fair, if we're being honest.
Not even a little bit. Not even 1%.
Well, listen, you know, that's what I said about your taco bowl.
We're going to see what happens. It's going to be exciting.
All right, let me ask you, are you going to buy one of my t-shirts before you leave?
Don't worry about it.
Well, you know, listen, I'm worried about it. I didn't even charge you admission to come here. And you got a lot of money. So are you going to buy one?
It looks like it could happen.
Oh, thank God. And you should buy one for the rest of your family, too.
Absolutely.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. All right, my final question is, are you going to come back here and do another interview? He's thinking.
Forget that. Forget all of that.
Well, I mean, you know, if you want an audience of at least 10 people, are you going to come back?
You never know, but I think so.
All right. Well, good. Now, does anyone in the chat have any questions for the president? Man, the chat's quiet. I think they're in stunned silence. No more questions for the president? Damn. All right. Well, President Predicto, if there are no more questions, well, Alvan wants to know, should he do his own brake pads?
We'll see what happens.
Well, can you give him a little bit more of a direct answer, please? I mean, that's a little vague. You know, there are brake pads after all. What do you think? Can you be more specific?
No. Next question.
All right. Josh, stunned silence. All right. Any other questions before we have Mr. President Predicto leave for the night? I can do. Oh my goodness. Well, well, that was your live interview with President Predicto. You know, listen, maybe when we get more than a dozen people in the chat, we'll get the real president here. In the meantime, we have to be satisfied with his fortune-telling 8-ball form. Ooh, that's a good question. I'll have to bring him back for that. What? Is Astro Boy stronger than Gigantor?
I don't know, to be honest.
Well, you should know that. Well, he doesn't know, Josh. Are you going to...
100%.
Okay, 100%. I thought so. He had 1 million horsepower. All right. Okay. Would Astro Boy beat Superman in a fight?
That would be a great thing for all of humanity.
I agree, because they kind of screwed up Superman in the last movie. Will vintage toys always have more value?
I have absolutely no doubt.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good. Any other questions for Predicto? I forgot to ask him, do you think you'll win 2024 since you're running? Will you win the election?
That would be a great thing for all of humanity.
Did we just trigger? Did we just trigger a bunch of liberals with that one? Now, if there is an Obama or a Biden, Predicto, I would be more than happy to put him on air too. Any other questions for Predicto? What are the Vegas odds if we go with his prediction? I think that's it. Well, thank you again, Mr. President Predicto, and for your bobblehead to join us. All right. I hope that wasn't too trolly. Anyway, I think that was. I'm not going to keep it. I'm not going to keep it too late. Is there? Let's do one wrap up on eBay. All right, and then we'll call it a night. Let's go with the highest priced robots. I'm going to shrink myself down. And we'll look at the highest robots currently for sale on eBay. I know, right? I didn't screw it up. Should I settle down in my early 30s by 2030 after my 10-year grind? No. Why would you settle down that early? Oh, you mean like get married? Well, that I'll ask him. Should Booty Warrior get married in his early 30s?
%100%.
Ooh, that's unequivocal. I guess you got your answer there. So looking at the most expensive vintage robots on eBay, we have the Deep Sea Diver for $15,000. That's a crazy price without a box. We have a Robbie at $6,000. That's a crazier price. We have a Robot Commando for $5,000. That's even crazier than a Flashy Jim. These are all crazy. So when you sort through this stuff, you have to know that, this is, you have to kind of figure out what's a realistic price. What is this? It's a Jungle Emperor car. When do we get to a reasonable price? Now, this was a custom Robert Johnson. It looks like a long-legged smoking robot by Kicker. And is it a $3,000? I don't know if you really like custom robots, I guess. But that's been on here for over a year now. Over a year. Now here's a Topolino. That's not bad. 30 people watching. Is this in bad condition? Broken ear. Is he working? This is like a really rare toy too. Let's see if he works. Not bad. Droopy ear, but they all droop. Not bad. I think you can get the replacement ears. I mean, this used to go close to $20,000 mint in the box. So if you're really jonesing for that toy and you don't want to spend the money. This is crazy here. Here's a nice Tetsujin, but a little high still. Now we're getting a little more reasonable. Let's see if there's anything that's a bargain on here. So far, no. Negative. A gold Stanley Funko Pop? That's probably not going to be under the vintage robots, however. Now, I've seen this for sale before, and I've seen it sold, so I don't know whether it's the same person selling it multiple times. But this is a Remco Lost in Space with a shipping box. But, you know, I think the shipping box is kind of ugly. I like the actual graphic box that it came in. So that's a little high for the robot, unless you really like that shipping box. That cardboard appeals to you. Here's a Sandman. I need that piece right here. Mine is like missing this colander-looking piece, so I have to find just that. And other than that, here's a magma tricycle. Josh would have to tell us if that's a good bargain. He's the character whiz on here. And by the way, Mint in Box Movie, have any of you guys actually went and subscribed to that channel? So far, I'm not seeing a bunch of bargains out here. A wind-up rolling mouse. There you go. That's was it 10 though? Was it 10? That's the question. Why am I getting all these messages? Let me go back here. So no bargains. Anyway, that's it. You know, I don't want to keep this dragging on because I kind of covered everything I wanted to cover for now. I have a lot of other stuff that I actually can show you, but I want to save it. Yeah, I thought that Magma was a little high. Nothing on here that's a bargain. Let me just go to Space Toys real quick. This, by the way, like I always sort by newly listed. That's the way to kind of stay on top of stuff. And let's go to the most expensive space toy. Let's see what that's what's in the market right now. Oh, these things have been for sale for like 10 years on here. This guy, $35,000 for a set of Colorform Outer Spaceman. This is one of those things, if you're out at a garage sale or something, you could probably find, find these for like a few bucks. You know, somebody's throwing them away. They're cool as hell. I wouldn't mind having them, but not for this price. And I think they reissued these. But they're neat looking pieces. Here's the whole set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this guy has had them for sale forever. Forever. And I guess nobody else has had a set quite like this. Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. And that's why he's had them for sale for like, I think 5 years now, 5 years or more. And he hasn't changed his price though. No, but they're not that rare. Out of the package, you could find them. Out of the package, you could find them. And I've seen them individually loose. I have this gun that I bought from Morphe's in the copper color. And I didn't pay anywhere near this. And this is at Morphe's auction, which is usually overpriced. And, well, not overpriced, but competitive pricing. You know, spirited bidding. I'll leave it at that. But it didn't hit anything near that. So I'm not sure where he gets that price from. And I believe I have this too. This is a cool toy. The box version of this just sold for a ton of money. This one's not in very good shape, though. Not in very good shape at all. 10,000 for one. No. Pass. Interesting. I have this car. These are pretty rare, but the condition's a little spotty. Another one of those pyrotomics. Yeah, so nothing really extraordinary. I have 3 of these in the box. Don't ask me how or why. 3 of these in the original box. I don't even know if this box is original. Anyway, with that, I think I'm gonna. I think we've kind of covered the stuff I wanted to cover. Get this earpiece out. Anyway, is there anything left in the chat? Anyone want to say anything? Any comments before I conclude the stream? Because I think I've ran an hour, and then I got to get home and do a bunch of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed President Predicto. You know, that was hard to find, and you know, I thought I'd lighten it up. I hope for my liberal friends you didn't get too offended by it. Like I said, I'm an equal opportunity, you know, presenter. Like I would take another president bobblehead, and you know, if you just find them for me, I'll do it. Oh, my Vintage Toys. Thank you. And check out my Vintage Toys channel, too. He's got some really cool stuff on there. You should subscribe to that as well. And again, and Mitten Box, and anyone else that wants a plug, let me know. I'll plug you. We get a lot of views here after. Although YouTube is playing shenanigans, you know, they cut like 1,000 views off my first stream. And I went to Styx, by the way, for those that follow Styx. The other day, they zeroed him out. Like I was looking on Social Blade. He had 0 views despite his live stream that had, you know, 3,000 people watching. So could you imagine? And they showed him at 0 views. That's YouTube. So they're playing shenanigans for whatever reason. So, hey, Booty Warrior, thank you very much. You know, like I said, this is kind of just a goof. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you have a very good weekend. I have a pretty big collector coming here tomorrow, so that should be fun. He's flying in from the Northeast to see the collection in the museum, so hopefully that'll go well. And you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend, and maybe Sunday morning I'll do another stream, because that was so far my most popular time. But we'll see how this one goes. With that, thank you everyone for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I will talk to you